What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and today you guys have been coming at me with these tree questions. I did a couple videos now on trees, and it seems like every time I do a video on trees, we get more questions about trees. So I would just want to try to go through every single detail that we could possibly know about trees, and I'm sure I'll forget something. Let's just jump into this right away. So trees, there's a variety of ways to do things with trees, and there's all these different things you can do with trees. So let's just start with planting trees. It's come upon my attention that there's a lot of people that don't even know how to plant a tree, and it's very simple. It's actually really simple. So the easiest way to do it is you just get a shovel and dig a hole, and once you dig a hole, you go up and you can grab a piece of fruit and click it and then plant one. So you're going to plant this tree right here. So that's number one way to plant a tree. The second way to plant a tree is to go up into the nook's cranny and to buy a sapling. So you'll then essentially dig a hole and then come here and you come down and you pick your sapling and plant it. That's the second way on how to do it. The third way that people weren't really sure what I was talking about was transplanting trees. And that's very simple as well. First thing you need to do is grab a piece of fruit and eat it. Now, once you eat it, as you see in the top left-hand corner, it becomes a number 1/10, which means you can eat up to 10 pieces of fruit at a time, and that'll give you the ability to move 10 trees. Now, let's say I don't like this apple tree exactly where it is. Well, I just dig it up, and that's it. And now I can move it and put it anywhere I want to put it, any place on the entire map. But you know what? This is actually a good spot for it. So I'm just going to come back to the tree, click it, and press plant. Done. And that's how you transplant a full tree, completely good to go. Now, the other thing that people are curious about is, and this is what I tell a lot of newcomers, is you want to slowly get rid of your domestic fruit. Like, I'm not a fan of having a lot of pear trees here because they're only worth 100 bells a piece, where this tree, shaking this tree, is going to land me 300 bells. But this tree here with the apples, I can shake it and that's going to be 1,500 bells. So it makes sense to me to push fruit that's not native of this land. So how do you do this? What's the easiest way to do this? Well, you could do one of two things. You could keep the tree there, but you don't want to have too many trees on your land. You want to have the right amount of trees, and too many trees can just become cumbersome and overbearing. So what I do is I know that a tree will grow here, and I might have limited amount of fruit that I'm going to grow, but I know for a fact that a tree will grow right where this pear tree is. So I'm going to replace the pear tree, and it's simple. You get the axe, you get the full axe, you cut it 1, 2, 3. Now it's gone. The tree is gone. But we're not done there. We got to shovel out the stump. We dig out the stump. Good to go. And then now I'm going to grab a peach and we're going to plant the peach. So now in a few days, I will have a peach tree growing here, full capacity, good to go. So that's basically step one on planting trees. The other type of tree you can plant is a palm tree. And now palm trees can only be grown here on the beach. If you get coconuts, you're going to want to plant the coconut someplace. You do not want to plant the coconut up here in the grass. It will not grow at all. You have to plant it on the beach. It has to be down here on the beach. So why would you want palm trees? Very simple. In the summertime, they have a lot of beetles on them during the summer, and that's huge money. So you definitely want to have not a whole lot. I don't typically put a whole lot because it gets too cluttered, too hard to catch the beetles, and you want to have a limited amount of variety of where the beetles can actually go to, which trees. So I typically like to just have a few trees on my beaches. Plus it looks nice. Let's be honest, it looks nice. So now that that's out of the way, what's the next step? What is another useful thing that trees are? And that's basically harvesting different items, different things that we're going to need in order to craft. The first thing is branches. So a lot of stuff starts with branches in order to grow, but you could run around and pick up one branch here, one branch there, or you could do, a couple branches out of the tree, or you could do a bunch of branches. And I'm going to show you here, you could actually do up to 16 branches out of one tree. It doesn't happen on every tree, but you could get up to 16 total. So you're just going to keep shaking, and then boom, boom. Now that's there, right? Now you switch sides, you come here, start shaking again. And then you'll see in a minute here, more branches are going to drop. And then you just keep going until you hit the capacity and you have everything you want. Got all the branches I need so I can start building the first step, flimsy, and all that stuff. Now the next step is, and you say to yourself, I need wood. I need hardwood. I need softwood. I just need wood because I want to craft. You're going to come over to the table and you're going to go to your crafting table. There's 3 axes. There's 3 options to do axes. The first one is the flimsy axe. The second one is the stone axe. and the third one is the axe. So I'm going to start with the flimsy axe. We're going to craft it, and then I like to upgrade it from here. I don't feel like it's strong enough. It's going to break pretty quickly. So I'm going to switch up, and I'm going to go to the stone axe just because it takes me to that next level. And then from here, with the flimsy axe, you can either do the stone axe or the regular axe. I already have a regular axe. I don't need to go any further. But now you want to sit here and you want to go, okay, we need to get wood. And the quickest way to get wood is to go up to a tree and hit it 3 times. And there you go. There's 3 pieces of wood that I have. I have hardwood here, I have regular wood, and then there's also softwood that'll pop off on occasion. You can't hit it from the other side and get more. That's it. You get 3 pieces of wood. It'll regenerate every couple hours, so on and so forth. It's a good way to materials you need to grow recipes. Now, that's basically it for harvesting and getting stuff for the trees. Another thing that I want to discuss with you guys is money trees. You can plant bells into a glowing spot. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab a shovel, you're going to dig up the hole. Now, it's going to give me 1,000 bells, right? Good, beautiful. This is a wonderful thing. I got 1,000 bells. Now, I can either keep that 1,000 bells, or I can come down to my money bag, click it, and then click 10,000 bells. Now, I'm going to walk up to the hole, get up in front of the hole, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to bury in the hole the 10,000 bells. Now you see the top of a tree pops out. Now in 3 to 4 days, I will have a full tree with 30,000 bells on it. And that's the max. There's been a lot of debate, a lot of people asking me if this is true. This is true. I've planted trees with 99,000 bells, and in 3 days, 4 days, I had 30,000 bells on the tree. So you're going to lose money. The best bet is to plant 10,000 bells. And if you do this every single day, you will get to the point where every single day, when you walk into the game, you're going to have 30,000 bells laying there ready to go. So another thing that we've discussed is orchards. And one thing I know that we've discussed already, and I've talked about earlier in this video, is you can plant fruit in here and grow trees. But for some weird reason, this is the spacing you need in order to grow orchards. Just one space between every hole you put in the ground. But for some reason, when you plant fruit, the trees won't grow to fruition. They won't go completely all the way. So what I've come up is a workaround. And that workaround is you go to another area and you plant and grow trees to maximum height. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come back in, I'm going to eat a piece of fruit, and then I will dig up this tree and then go back over to where I have my 3 holes, plant it, and now I've continued my orchard. Now you say to yourself, why would you do this? Look at all these trees in this tight area, right? And I could come in every 3 days, shake these trees, and get 1,500 bells per tree and just go through, and it's a good way to make some money. Now, the idea is you get this into an area off by itself, and it's a nice, easy way to make money with orchards. There's a lot of people that make big orchards. They make a lot of money day in, day out. The next thing I want to talk about is the cypress or the pine trees here. And these trees, they don't really do a whole heck of a lot. There's a couple of reasons. One, in the wintertime, when it becomes Christmas time, they get decorated with lights, and it's actually a really nice thing to look at. They see these Christmas trees like looking things with lights on them, and it's a nice decoration piece. The other thing that they do is it's basically just for harvesting resources that you need. There's some hidden gems within the trees, and as you see, I shook this tree and money just fell out. So you'll have so many trees within your land that has money hanging out in it, and you just shake them and different things will pop out. Sometimes leaves will fall out with furniture, and you just grab the furniture and you can put it in your house and do whatever you want to do. The other thing is a danger, and that is bees. And we've all been privy of, shaking a tree and here comes wasps. And the wasps come out and they sting you and they give you a black eye or whatever it might be. Or you get, like I said, you get the bells, you can get some gifts. It's nice to see you get different things out of these trees. The other thing that will fall from time to time is spiders and bagworms. And those you want to catch and donate to the museum or sell them, whatever you want to do. So there are various different bugs in the trees that you have to be careful about. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I really hope that I hit everything that you guys were wondering about in Animal Crossing New Horizons about trees. If you liked the video, please slap a like button down below. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Follow me Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch @Nintendo Gurus. For now, that is all. Peace out, Preston.